Hello and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the private sector landlord team. During this presentation we'll be looking at how to make and save money from dealing with antisocial behaviour, ASB. Everything we're looking at today is free to you, so let's get started. This is brought to you by Derek Kennett in conjunction with Salford City Council and Irwell Valley Homes. It's part of a private sector landlords initiative in how to deal with antisocial behaviour. The project is based on BTEC standards and allows private sector landlords to gain qualifications in dealing with antisocial behaviour, to help tenants and landlords sustain tenancies with correct and professional support from local partners and regulatory services. So how's it going to work? Well, it's a training suite and it's in a mixture of online, one-to-one group sessions, podcasts, ebooks, blogs and forums for you to share experiences with an ASB professional and with each other to see how you managed dealing with your antisocial behaviour cases. So when you sign up, you're going to be supplied with all the documents, recording forms, letters and other essential documents required for case managing. Plus there's 2 bonus things for you to have once you sign up and take the first course, which is 3 modules. You get direct contact with professional ASB professional to help you with issues you're having with ASB, plus access to free mediation professionals. Now, by not dealing with antisocial behaviour, you run the risk of just using the eviction process, which in turn costs you money. By keeping tenants in your property, i.e. tenancy sustainment, it's saving you money on court costs, also saving you money on having to turn the properties around to allow new tenants to take on new tenancies, which again is saving you money and time. And this in turn saves you money on agents and advertising fees and possible redecoration of your properties and all other costs that this incurs. As we know, a tenant that is evicted sometimes takes their anger out on your property, again costing you money. If you use tenancy sustainment, you will not incur these costs, as you will be working with partners that work in the areas that you have your properties. If you deal with the tenants that cause ASB and not just use the eviction as your go-to tool, they stay in your property, paying you rent, as they're inclined to keep paying all the time someone is talking to them and not trying to evict them, so making you money. By taking these courses, you'll be better equipped in dealing with any forms of antisocial behaviour your tenants may cause, and also assisting your tenants with their complaints of antisocial behaviour. Also, by not dealing with the antisocial behaviour, the police and councils may get involved, which is bad for business and could cost you money. So once you've completed this course, you'll be awarded certification to say that you've completed, and in turn you can be able to advertise this fact that you are qualified and that your tenants can feel safe in the knowledge that your properties reach a high standard of tenant support. Research shows that bathrooms and kitchens are the 2 most rooms that are likely to be trashed if you evict somebody, because they're the most expensive to fix. And some landlords end up having to completely renovate their properties when they finally regain possession. And when you think how much it costs to refit a kitchen and a bathroom, let's say around 13,000, that's a big expense to swallow. That's a lot of months' rents. And obviously landlords with mortgages will still have to pay monthly payments, even if there's no rent coming in to cover the cost. That's a lot of money to find each month when you've got no rental income. Oh, and don't forget the legal cost too. On average, it costs around 3,000 to evict a tenant. And if court dates are repeatedly delayed and you need to hire legal experts to advise you, the costs will rise. So the courses and modules are set up in easy steps portions. And you can choose which modules you want to take part in the time and date that suits you and your business needs to stop you losing money. They're written to share knowledge and good practice of ASB policies, legislation and best practice with landlords and partners. This should enable quicker resolution for local concerns and help you build a more sustainable housing portfolio. Landlords have a duty of care with complaints from neighbours or other people living in the property. Turning a blind eye and suggesting it's not your problem just won't do. The council and police will try to work with you to prevent the issues from escalating. And if you do need support for your tenant, the partners that we will introduce you to during these courses can help you with this. Ignoring antisocial behaviour is a really bad idea. Tenants who indulge in this kind of behaviour are often problematic in other ways. A tenant who doesn't care about upsetting the neighbours or dumping rubbish everywhere is not going to take good care of your property. And the council police won't stand by and do nothing if the tenant continues with their campaign of antisocial behaviour. If you ignore the problem and don't do anything to try and resolve it, the council police have a power to apply for a premises closure order. So, what is a premises closure order? Well, in 2014, the police and the council were given new powers to deal with properties associated with public nuisance and disorder complaints. Premises closure order lets the council and police close premises being used by someone to commit antisocial behaviour. So the police and council will apply to the magistrate court for a closure order. If successful, closure order will last for 3 months. And that premises closure order will remain in place even after the tenant leaves. That means your rental for that property is empty and it's not generating any income for 3 months. And if you operate under a landlord licence, that could be revoked if applicable. If your property is subject to a PCO, it could mean that even you can't go in, and the long-term financial implications of a PCO are clear. It's really bad for business and costs you money. Taking these courses will prepare you to deal with antisocial behaviour quickly. And don't forget, all this is free to you. You've got free training, free case management documents, free support with ASB case reviews, free mediation, free professional support. Yes, it's free. And it says at the bottom there, further information can be found by emailing me, Derek Kennett. It's derek.kennett@salford.gov.uk. So let's have a look how the trainings is structured. Course 1, which is the initial course that you will have to take part in to get all the free stuff mentioned previously. So module 1 is an introduction to antisocial behaviour. It teaches you what it is, how to deal with it, understand what ASB is, importance of record keeping, working with partners and supporting victims. Module 2 is case management principles, and then module 3 is tools and powers. Now these morph into each other, so they're delivered roughly at about the same time because they're all important things to go on, and it also opens the free access to everything free within this course. And then there's further courses dealing with more in-depth subjects of interviewing techniques and statement techniques, taking legal possession notices, And then you've got hate crime, mental health, safeguarding awareness, and hoarding. Plus others will be added as we go through. As I mentioned earlier, training will be delivered in several ways. So you can choose time and where it is. They're all set up so you can access them at any time. So if you've got half an hour spare or 10 minutes spare to do something, you can just set yourself down in your quiet place and just get on with them. Yep, it is free. Nothing to lose, only money, but you've got lots to gain. So thank you for taking the time to go through this, and I hope you see you soon. And let's see how we can help you make and save money by dealing with antisocial behaviour. As said before, if you want further information, please contact me, derek.kennett@salford.gov.uk. And as you can see on the bottom of this, the Twitter thing, if you open that up, it takes to the dedicated private landlord scheme Twitter page. You can leave messages on there as well. Thank you very much for your time, and hope to see you soon.